Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh and today we're going to be talking about 8 tips that can help you build your credit score really fast. If you're someone that's just got a credit card, your credit just, is really bad, or you're just interested to see how you can improve your credit score really fast, this video is for you. All right, the first thing that you could do is make frequent payments. When you're making frequent payments to your balance, it's helping your credit utilization. Credit utilization has a huge impact in your credit score. And the key thing here is you keep your credit utilization under 30%. Anything above 30% usually affects your credit score, and that's what's maybe causing your credit to go lower and not really improve. The second thing that you can do to build your credit score a lot faster is simply call up your bank and say, hey, can I get a higher credit limit? And the reason why this will help your credit score is it will impact directly your credit utilization. What I mean by this is, let me give a real world example. Let's say currently you have a credit card, you have a credit limit of $2,000 and you have a balance of $1,000. As of today, that would mean your credit utilization is 50% because you're using 50% of your credit limit. The way that I came up with this number of 50% is simply, 1,000 is 50% of the 2,000 credit limit. So you're using up 50% of what they're allowing you to use, to borrow essentially. If you raise your credit limit, let's say to $4,000, since you have a balance of 1,000, your credit utilization is now 25%. That's huge. You dropped it by half. You went from 50% to 25%. That will increase your credit score like crazy. So the third thing that you can do to be able to increase your credit score really fast is dispute any credit report errors. A mistake on your credit report can really hurt your score, and a lot of times it's it's not even big amounts. Sometimes it's just like $50, $100. In my previous job, I worked at a financial institution as a loan officer, and I would review a lot of credit applications. A lot of times when I would review the credit applications with my clients, they were like surprised. They would see, number one, a lot of errors, as well as like, wow, I didn't know I had all these accounts. To me, it was like very eye-opening that a lot of people don't really check their credit score. And once you're able to review your credit report, you check all 3 of them, because not all 3 of them are the same. They're different credit scores as well. Sometimes different stuff get reported on each one of them. So make sure they're all good, they're all lined up, and there's nothing wrong in it. If you find any errors, that's where you call them. If you see if it's Verizon, call Verizon and say, hey, I see that it's saying that I'm behind. Why is it the same behind? Oh, it's a mistake on our end. A lot of times you just figure it out. You talk with them, and Verizon will then have to call, whether it's Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax, and then they take it off of your credit report, and that would improve your credit score. Now, the fourth thing that you can do to improve your credit score is to become an authorized user on a current, credit card. What this helps is basically, let's say, for example, for me, my credit's not good. I buy too much stuff for my girlfriend and I go too crazy, right? I max my credit limit. I'm just screwed. I'm just like, oh man, I gotta stop. I gotta change my habits. But it's gonna take a while. And one thing that can help me boost, fixing my credit is become an authorized user on one of my dad's credit cards, because he's older than me, a lot older than me, definitely, and he has a lot of credit history. He has a long history of making payments, all types of credit, whether it's mortgages, whether it's cars, whether it's credit cards. That will help me a lot. And the cool thing is, my dad doesn't have to give me the information for the credit card or give me a copy of his credit card, so I just go out and max out his credit card. He can control that. He can control whatever. He could decide whatever he wants. And if you're a parent and you're watching this is a perfect way that your child can be able to build his or her credit history. The fifth thing that you could do in order to boost your credit score is to get a secured credit card. Instead of getting just the regular credit card, get a secured credit card. To make it as simple as possible is, like, let's say you have $100, you put it into that secured credit card. Your credit limit is $100. That's simply a secured credit card. You're not using the bank's money, you're not borrowing their money. And this is really great for someone that does really bad with credit cards, where they treat the $5,000 credit limit as income, as if it's their own money, when it's really the bank's money. And if you don't pay it back on time, you have to pay really high interest. If you're like that, then switch over to a secured credit card, because now it's really just your money. Let's say you put $500, you're gonna think twice now about whatever you swipe, because you're like, oh, it's kind of like basically cash. It's my money. It's not the bank's money anymore. You're gonna treat it with a little bit more respect, and you're gonna be like, okay, I gotta be a little bit more conservative with my spending now. Now, the sixth way that you can improve your credit score really fast is do this. Keep your credit cards open. Let's say you have 10 accounts. Your total balance is $1,000 that you owe, and your total credit limit is $1,000 per account. So that means you have 10,000 credit limit and you have $1,000 balance. That means your credit utilization is what? 10%. If you close 9 accounts and now you only have 1 account left over, 1 credit card. So that means you have $1,000 balance and $1,000 credit limit. your credit utilization is now 100%. So you can see how bad that's going to affect your credit. You go from 10% to 100%. That's really going to impact your score negatively, as well as you're going to lose all that credit history. So think twice before you do it. Now, the seventh thing that can help you boost your credit score right now is to mix it up. So for example, let's just say, you got your credit card a year ago. You increase your credit limit because you saw my video and you're like, all right, Josh, I'm going to do it. You called your bank. They boosted it from 1,000 to 5,000. Your credit limit's good, 5,000. Mix it up now. Maybe get like a small $3,000 loan from your bank. Not necessarily because you need it, but more because you want to grow your credit history and you want to have different types of credit. You get it, keep it for like 6 months, pay it off. The reason I say that is because I literally did that, and that helped me to get a under 4% rate for my car at a credit union. Because if I would have just had credit card history and no other form of credit, either they would have not approved me, or if they did approve me, they would have me like at a 10% or higher because I didn't have enough credit history. I'm definitely going to do a video breaking down how I bought my car, because I'm sure you're probably interested exactly. Maybe you're thinking like, why'd you do it for 6 months? Why did you do 3,000? So I'll go in detail. I don't want to do it in this video because we're just focusing on credit score right now. Now, the eighth thing that can definitely boost your credit score, which should be the number one thing that you're always doing, is pay your bills on time. I don't know how many times I can repeat this, but pay your bills on time. If you miss a payment though, and it's like 30 days, call your creditor. Maybe they can take it off the credit report, explain the situation if you have a situation. But if it's constantly happening, I doubt they'll waive it, or they'll try to, fix it on your credit report. But if this is your first time, if you have so much history with this bank, they rather make sure your relationship with them is in good standing over penalizing you over one mistake. I just want to answer one question. Is it possible to get a 100-point increase? I want to read this from Experian. It's Rod Griffin. He's a director of public education for Experian. He said the lower a person's score, the more likely they are to achieve a 100-point increase. So what this basically means is if you follow these eight tips and your score is really bad, just had a bad experience in the past, whatever it was, it's okay. You're watching this video, so you're going to do better. You're going to improve your credit score. By implementing all these things, you're definitely going to see possibly a 100-point increase. Hey, I'm really excited for you guys, because if you guys implement these 8 things, whether you have a low score, high score, you will definitely see an increase in your credit score. Ever since I started uploading videos earlier this month, I've just been so excited posting them. Honestly, I thought I was going to be really tired, because I have a full-time job. I'm working as a program director, like I said, and no, I'm not tired. I'm really excited. I get so much enthusiasm making these videos. I get so excited. I stay up really late, like at 2 or 3 in the morning, editing them, making sure they're good. That way I can provide content, good quality content for you guys. That's all I want. And the only thing I ask from you guys is just hit that like button and subscribe button. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Really, really helps me a lot. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.